What is going on, guys? Director Nat here, finally back for another Kipo reaction, and today we're going to be checking out Season 2, Episode 1. Just a quick reminder that you can see the full-length reaction by becoming a patron. I'll link to that down in the description. I've also reacted to Kipo Season 1, you can check that out somewhere up there. And I'm also currently reacting to Amphibia and the Owl House, you know, if you couldn't tell. So with that out of the way, yeah, I'm glad to finally be getting back into Kipo. I haven't been quite as frequent with my Kipo reactions, but I'm hoping to change that going forward, because despite my viewing experience being very infrequent and all over the place, I really have enjoyed the show. I love all the characters, I love its unique style, and I'm very interested to see where it goes. And season 1 did end on a very interesting cliffhanger, although I did talk about how I wasn't a huge fan of some aspects of the season 1 finale. I felt that the episode was a bit rushed, that we could have spent more time in Kipo's burrow. I thought that the tone was somewhat conflicted at times, and it initially seemed like they were setting up season 2 to be one thing, but then suddenly it changes and now it's going to be something else. And all that really took me off guard, because up until then I didn't have anything like really negative to say about Kipo, nothing that had really disappointed me and made me a little more wary going forward. But still, we've got a whole new season ahead of us, and we've got another season after that. There's plenty of time for this show to win me back over, and maybe once I see this episode I'll understand why season 1 had to end the way it did. But I guess there's only one way to find out, so let's not waste any more time. Let's just get right into it. Let me guess, we're gonna start with a flashback. Oh, I guess that technically counts.
We're going after them.
Oh.
Whoa! That thing's our only way to Scarlemagne. If it comes down to it, I'm willing to let it eat Dave.
What's that now?
I mean, it's not like he could die anyway. Ugh.
What about them?
Yes. See, because that was what I was talking about. It seemed like they were setting up Kipo was going to be kidnapped and is separated from the group, and now the group is out without their leader. So now these humans will join, and they'll be like, you're not Kipo, you can't take her place. And just a little missed opportunity. But then again, we haven't really seen Kipo with these guys for a long period of time yet.
What do they want with us?
Oh dear.
Where are our children? Ask Leo. His daughter led them right to us. This is Kipo's fault.
No, this is my fault. The mute who took us. He has it out for me.
What?
Oh no.
Not him.
What are you going to do with them?
So much, dear Leo. So much.
Kipo? What happened to your arm? Oh, long story. I'm part mute. Actually, that's all I know about the story.
This is normal for the surface.
Stop doing that.
We'll get used to it.
I'm not used to it.
Take them to the timber cats. I'll take Dave with me. Leave a trail of Dave for Mundu to follow.
Oh, okay. So they are still going to do it a little bit. They're at least going to be separated, and characters will have to get to know each other.
Maybe we should give them some timber cat lessons first?
That is actually kind of what I was thinking too.
Yeah, I'm gonna kick his butt so hard, he's gonna be like, where my butt go?
Oh yeah, that guy. Oh yeah, I just realized that Scarlemagne was lying. He said that he only used that on a certain class of primates, the lesser ones, but this doesn't count as a lesser primate to him. Weather. It was a valiant effort. Each other, that's even better. Karen Fukuhara is what I strive to be in terms of vocal performance. Her voice is just so nice. I literally want to cry when I hear her sing because it's so beautiful. Oh yeah. Woo!
Yes! You're free! Aww.
No.
Here, a little something so you know we'll always be friends.
Aw.
That was touching. Wow.
I'm coming for you, Scarlemagne. Because of what you did to her and because of all the other bad stuff you've done.
You have failed this city. Oh wow, that was like, started off as Arrow, then it was just kind of a weak Batman.
And they'll respect anyone who can wrangle Pierre.
Wait, you want us to do it?
It'll be fine. We just gotta lure him in with his favorite dessert. Maple syrup.
Whew, for a second there, I thought you meant we were the dessert. Oh!
Alright, but first put on this cologne. Steak sauce?
Oh, okay.
Oh. Woohoo. Oh dang. Oh no, the safe haven for all mutes.
Not bad.
What?
Give her a minute. It's been a day. I think she needs this.
Kipo? No! No!
Oh, does it work on her?
What? Why isn't this working?
Dad!
Feels like it should.
Oh.
You got lucky. You were very brave, but very lucky.
I like how even when he's being a stern and concerned parent, he, never takes it farther than he needs to. I respect that.
I mean, you do. It's just...
Outside of us, humans and mutes usually do not go together.
Stop. Does your recipe have flour, milk, and eggs?
Yes! You mix it all together in a bowl?
That's my favorite way to mix it.
Me too! But the secret is
in the flip.
This is kind of refreshing for a couple reasons. Like, one, because it is, more LGBT representation, but a lot of the cartoons I've watched, have relationships between two female characters, but not very often between two male characters. Or
Charlemagne, you didn't pay the entrance fee.
And I never will!
that's gotta be a meme. I would not be surprised if that's a meme.
I call it Oru. The Golden City of Dreams. Where mutes will you...
It's like the singing of Emerald City of Oz.
A city like this will require a lot of blood, sweat, and tears.
I'll do the sweat. Humans will do the blood and tears.
That makes me wonder, so all of this stuff that's happened in the series so far has been confined to one city, so what's the rest of the world like? Is this the last place where there is a life, or is society different in other places? Still not even sure what exactly led the world to be like it is, so maybe it's just contained to this area. Maybe Kipo's dad is involved.
They've never even been to the surface before today. But they didn't melt down into a puddle of tears. They...
Yeah, that's true.
They're so brave!
What?
We would have done it just because they're friends of Kipo.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
We'll come back for them as soon as we rescue their parents.
I was kind of hoping they would become part of the cast, but...
And when we get back, you and I are gonna talk flapjacks versus pancakes. Different or the same? The same.
Yum hugs you all.
There's something I need to tell you. Should have told you a long time ago.
Mm-hmm.
Your mother and I. We infused your DNA with the mutagen so you could become Omega. That's why Scarlemagne's pheromone doesn't work on you. It only works on primates, and you are more than human. You'll become a Mega Jaguar.
You and Mom infused my DNA? That is so cool! Tell me how to do it!
Before I lost your mom, we learned that if it's not done properly, you could get lost in the transformation and never come back.
This has been my fear.
Hero training. Wait, who are the Chevron sisters?
And why did you do this to begin with? And why would you do that to your own daughter despite the risks? We're gonna need more explanation. And unfortunately, the full Jaguar thing is something that I've been spoiled on because Netflix always includes spoilers in their images, but there's nothing you can do about that.
Dad!
You know what? go.
Dad! No!
You know, I guess he's gotta stay there because that way he can have more scenes with Scarlemagne. Well, oh, I thought I spotted them earlier, but I didn't register it.
Humans had their chance. They ran the world into the ground when they were on top.
That is true.
Been oppressing mutes and animal kind for thousands of years!
Boo yourselves.
Boo! Humans!
They're the worst.
This is what sucks, is that he's not wrong.
Is that explosive nectar?
I'd run if I were you.
Apart from that messed up stuff, it is interesting to see more surface humans.
Thanks, guys.
No prob. Now, what's this you were saying about turning into a mega Jaguar?
Oh. Almost forgot about that.
Those are my people.
What is this now?
We have to stop him.
Wonder if this is the woman who is also in the Netflix images that always come up whenever you pull up this show. Netflix really needs to get their act together with spoilers. If you gotta show images to win people over, then show them from the early season. You know, the one they're gonna watch first, not season 3 or 4 or whatever. Okay, guys, so that was Kipo and the Age of Wonderbeasts Season 2, Episode 1. I mean, obviously, we're not, like, up to here with my enthusiasm yet because, you know, we're at the beginning of the season, probably about right here, but it's off to a good start. I am liking to see where we go. A lot of stuff to unpack here, so let's get into that. So I like that we started with addressing the new humans, Kipo's friends, getting right into them, and figuring out what their place is going to be. Even though they didn't do quite what I was hoping they would in season 1, they still managed to work it in a little bit with having the characters split off from Kipo, and now Wolf and Benson have to work with them to prepare them for the Timbercats, even though it turned out they didn't need to because the Timbercats are awesome now and they're on Kipo's side. I like getting to know them at least a little more, and I do like this romance that is building between Benson and, let me make sure I'm getting his name right, Troy? Yeah, because there were 3 people. There were Troy, Dahlia, and Asher, and I'm pretty sure Dahlia and Asher are Kipo's friends, so that leaves Troy. So yeah, Benson and Troy. They're just honestly really cute, and I like that they actually surprisingly have a lot in common. I guess that was a very happy coincidence. And as I was saying, it is a little refreshing for a couple reasons. One is because I'm always for LGBT representation in media, but a lot of the shows like Kipo that I've watched and I've loved, you know, have same-sex relationships between 2 women, but I don't see ones between 2 men as often, at least not the ones that I have watched. So I, you know, think that this is really cool to see, and I'm interested to, you know, see more of them. I don't know when we're gonna see this group of characters again because now they're with the Timbercats, but I'm sure it won't be too long before they are brought back into the mix. And what is going on with Kipo's dad? How do he and Scarlemagne know each other? What are some possibilities at this point? Was he a scientist and Scarlemagne was a lab monkey at some point? Is he somehow tied to the destruction and all the stuff that has led to the creation of the mutes, and it gave him unnaturally long life as well, like all the mutes, and he's still around? Did he just used to be a surface human, and he and Scarlemagne met each other and they were friends and they teamed up, but they eventually had a difference on how to solve the problem? Scarlemagne thought that the humans needed to be stopped so that the world wouldn't go back to the way it used to be. There are a lot of possibilities, and that is another interesting note of Scarlemagne, is that for all the horrible stuff he does, because he did a lot of horrible things in this episode, they always make make sure to make you feel conflicted, because he's not wrong either, because I've went into a whole tangent about this in one of my season 1 reactions, but Scarlet Mane is absolutely on point with how we as humans treat animals, how we view them as inferior, how we use them to satisfy our needs, how we destroy their homes and environments. So Scarlet Mane is not wrong. So even though the humans who are alive now had nothing to do with that, and he's wrong for basically just becoming worse than them, and using the mistakes of the past to justify what he's doing now. But in terms of human history, I mean, his anger is not unfounded, and probably a fear of what humans have the potential to do again. So this is what makes a good villain. Villains, should make you conflicted. You want to root against them, you hate them, but at the same time, you get where they're coming from. So writing in this show is very on point. Also, Kipo's dad has confirmed that he is the one who did this to Kipo, he and her mom. First off, why did he do it? I mean, I have a pretty good idea. They need someone to save humanity, but why would he do that to his own daughter, knowing the risks? I was especially surprised that Kipo was so cool with it, but I'm wondering if maybe she should have a little moment of anger, or at least concern about this as she's learning more about it, because this is really hard for her, and she knows now that her parents did that to her. So maybe as she learns more details and what is going to happen, maybe she won't be too on board with it. Because that's the thing, one of the things I've been wondering is that as more and more changes happen, Kipo may become more and more mute. So I wouldn't be surprised if they're setting that up down the line, that maybe she'll have to give up her own humanity and give up who she is in order to become a weapon that will save her people and all of the friends that she's made. That would really suck, to be honest. I hope that's not where they're heading, but it would make for some good television, at least. It was also great seeing Kipo finally be able to help the Mega Monkey free her from the collar, and now they're friends, so wouldn't be surprised if we see her again at some point. And they also made note that she's different from the other mutes like her. Why is that? Another mystery that we just have to wait to find out. And again, another interesting detail was seeing more surface humans like Benson, dressing the way he does as well, and just being out in the open. Well, out in the open, they are at Ratland, but that makes me wonder, how many other surface humans are there like Benson? Where does he come from? Does he have a family? Any other human friends that he had? I'm interested to learn more about that. And last of all, we got a shot of what seems to be humans, or at least humanoids, dressed in mysterious garb, saying that they need to stop Scarlet Mane. And I got a little peek at the woman's eyes. So given, the images that Netflix shows, which I wish they wouldn't, I've already talked about that, so I have a pretty good idea of what she looks like under that mask, but I don't really know what her relation is in regards to Kipo, or whether she'll be a good guy or a bad guy. Maybe Kipo's mom. Wouldn't surprise me, but I guess you can't avoid all spoilers. So those are my thoughts on Kipo Season 2, Episode 1, and now I'm going to turn it over to you guys. What did you think of this episode? What episodes are you looking forward to me reacting to the most this season? Whatever it is, feel free to share your thoughts down in the comments and let me know what you think. If this is your first time on the channel, be sure to leave a like and consider subscribing. Also be sure to check out my other videos, it really does mean a lot. And as always, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you for the next Kipo reaction.